Right now, a lot of leaders are trying to figure out how to best communicate with their team and make good decisions in an environment that is changing so quickly. On a recent episode of Fast Company's podcast, Secrets of the Most Productive People, I spoke to Eric Pliner, who's the CEO of YSC Consulting and an executive coach for Fortune 500 companies. We talked about the types of language and communication styles that managers should use during this time.
The opportunity is to think about how do they show the reality of the complexity of the decisions that they're making, the reality of the complexity of the situations that we all find ourselves in, without looking to earn sympathy for themselves. Nobody really wants to hear the CEO who is laying people off or who is making decisions to shut down parts of the business tell them how hard it is on them. And so the notion of being humble and being vulnerable, of being human and being authentic is important, but there is a skill level attached to that authenticity that's absolutely critical. It doesn't mean being unfettered in their expression of emotion or of their vulnerability. It means being really thoughtful about how are they best able to demonstrate exactly the complexity of their decision-making, the complexity of their choices, the humanity that they're considering, both their own and other people's, without looking for sympathy or support from others. It's a needle that has to be threaded over and over again, and it's one that I think a lot of CEOs need to look for help on. Running messages by other team members, engaging with a communications team if they have one, but thinking about how do they get the messages right for as many people as possible so that they don't disengage the very people that they need to influence.
Leaders are often told to be vulnerable and honest, but what Eric is saying is that it's about taking it one step further and thinking about what your team actually wants to hear right now.
I think for a lot of CEOs, these are some of the hardest choices they've had to make in their lives. Contrary to what broad views might look like of what CEOs are like, in fact, most of the CEOs that I work with are incredibly compassionate people, really deeply caring about their employees and not taking hard decisions lightly at all. But it means that they have to think about how do they reflect that humanity in a way that doesn't unintentionally undermine their message. And that means that everything we've heard about vulnerability and authenticity holds true, but it needs that added layer of being skillful in how they convey those messages.
To hear more from our conversation with Eric, tune into Fast Company's podcast, Secrets of the Most Productive People.
Hi everybody, I am Lauren Bosworth. I'm the founder and CEO of Love Wellness. We make clean, body positive personal care products for women. And I am coming to you from Bedford, New York. We are located in New York City as a business, and we typically operate out of our office in Soho. My work from home setup is right here for now. My cool bed, I got my computer. And as a team, though, I will say that this moment has been really interesting for us. We have established very set and specific schedules with everybody. We have a daily conference call from 9 to 10 a.m. in the morning where everybody gives a quick update. And then my partner and I do team updates at the end of the day as well, 15-minute sessions with everybody. And our productivity has actually been really high. I will say that this is a really interesting time, and it feels like we have to pivot every single day to some kind of new news or regulation. And so we are doing our best to just stay on top of everything. You know, we're still able to ship our product out to people. So that is definitely a saving grace for us. You know, we have lots of inventory, and we're doing our best to make our products as widely accessible as we possibly can. So everybody has been staying in pretty good spirits. It's really nice to be able to connect with everybody on the team kind of all day long, every single day. And we're doing a lot of FaceTimes. And on Friday afternoons, we are definitely having cocktails with our end of the day conference calls. So I hope that you are staying safe and healthy at home, and I wish you well.